Hi, I'm Kristen here with the NEC Network, and I'm joined by Coach Starr from Robert Morris's women's volleyball team. Coach, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Now, coming out of this weekend, you split your games against Bryant and CCSU. Now, those two games have currently put you in fourth. Going in for the rest of the season, how have those teams and coming into the rest really prepared you girls?
Well, getting the season sweep over Bryant, that's something that we felt we needed to do because in order to make the tournament, we have to be in the top four. So, split. If we would have split with Bryant, that would have put us in a pretty tight position to get into the tournament. And had we pulled off the match against CCSU, we would have been tied for second with them and Sacred Heart. So, it was a big match. I thought we played well. CCSU has established themselves as one of the top teams in the conference, and for us to play them, point for point and have opportunities to win a match against that team who's played very well through the course of the season helps us out just confidence-wise. It allows us to reaffirm that we are capable of playing at the top of this conference and capable of making a run at winning the conference tournament.
Out of all the teams that you've really faced throughout the season so far, is Central Connecticut State one of those teams that you kind of look forward to see how your girls and how the team is really going to turn out, really?
Yeah, I mean, it's always the teams that are above you in the conference. You want to use them as kind of a measuring stick, and I thought we played a really good match. We had a great game plan. We followed the game plan. There's just a couple crucial points that they executed a little bit better than we did, and fortunately we've got time to clean those up, and we've got 5 games left in the regular season. We win 3 of those. We're in the tournament. We give ourselves a shot and put ourselves in a position to make a run at it.
You have 2 girls on the team, Melissa Bograd and Becky J, who are reaching, if not surpassed, monumental points in their careers. How have you seen them contribute to the team and really step up as leaders on the team?
Well, Becky J, I think, recorded her 300th block this last weekend, and I think she's only the 3rd or 4th, maybe the 5th at worst player to accomplish that. She's also our single season record holder for blocks in the season, which she established last year. So, our defense really starts at the net, and she is really the glue that holds our defense together. And her blocking started out a little bit slow during the first part of the season, but she's started to come around, and her blocking is getting better and better each week, which is where we'll need it to be when it comes tournament time. Melissa is approaching her 1,000th dig for her career, which is, I think she'll be the 7th or 8th. I think she'll be the 8th player to accomplish that in RMU history. And she's just a junior, so to do that in 3 years is a pretty nice accomplishment for her. It attributes to her hard work and the fact that she's come in here and she's starting to pay a lot more attention to detail, and it's starting to pay off. And but those two really help us. As far as leadership on the court every day, showing up, working hard, setting a great example for the younger players, and really trying to push us to be the best team that we can be.
Now, being that they are both juniors and along with a few others on the team, how has having a young team, primarily with no seniors, really help or hurt the team?
Well, I mean, I don't necessarily think it's hurt us, but there's no senior leadership on the team. So the juniors have had to step up, and really they've got 2 shots at being seniors. And we talked a lot about that last spring, as they were coming out of their sophomore year, going into their junior year, and that's a big task to take on as juniors, because you don't really want to think of your junior year as the year that you have to step up and lead a team, and they've had to do that. And I think that we may have struggled at times with it, but I think that they have overall done a really good job at really taking a hold of this and making this their program and putting their own stamp on this program.
Lastly, coming into this weekend against NEC rivals St. Francis, you played them less than 2 weeks ago. How has that short time span really affect the way that you have conducted practices and really prepared for the game this weekend on home court in School Center?
Well, only having 1 match this week really affords us an opportunity to kind of get a little bit of extra rest. We're playing at home, so we don't have to travel on a Friday, so that makes it a longer week to prepare at home. So we can afford to give them a little bit more rest time. We can afford to watch a little bit more film, game plan, those types of things. Playing them less than 2 weeks ago, I think, is an advantage because it's pretty fresh in our minds. We know what we did against them that was successful. We know what we have to work on against them. We know what they tried to do against us. So watching film will be not so much of a, oh yeah, I remember when they did this. It's already pretty fresh in our minds. So it's just going to be a matter of shoring up some details and you know, being pretty focused in preparation this week. We've only got 3 matches in the next 14 days, so that's a nice thing to have. As far as our ability to be able to rest our kids a little bit. This time of the year, the bodies start to break down, and it's a long season, and especially with being a young team, you know, we've got 2 freshmen that have seen really significant time, actually 3 that have seen some pretty significant time, so their bodies are starting to break down a little bit. They're used to their high school seasons being done by now, and we still got 3 more weeks plus a conference tournament, so you know, it's very important to get them rest and make sure that we're healthy for a good stretch run.
Okay, well, Coach Starr, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Good luck this weekend.